So, what if I told you that the biggest, most important things America is building right now are pretty much invisible? Yeah, I'm not talking about shiny new skyscrapers or massive bridges. We're talking about a series of huge, strategic projects that are quietly shaping our future, and they're happening right under our noses.
It's a really interesting question, right? Because it gets to the heart of a nation's long-term strategy. While we're all looking at the stuff we can see, there's a much bigger, far more critical layer of construction taking place in the shadows. And this, well, this is the foundation for America's power for the rest of this century. Okay, so the first of these quiet giants isn't made of steel and concrete at all. Nope, it's built with light and data. We're starting with what you can think of as a vast, invisible tech backbone. It's basically a brand new nervous system for the entire country. Just try to picture this. Thousands and thousands of miles of new, super fast fiber optic cables being secretly laid underground. Think about data centers the size of football stadiums, just humming with an unbelievable amount of processing power. And then there's the stuff that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction. These specialized labs that are quietly inventing a whole new era of computing. So let's talk for a second about these quantum labs. We're not just talking about slightly faster computers here. This is a whole different ballgame, a fundamental leap in how computing works. They're being built to solve problems that are literally impossible right now. We're talking calculations that would take our best supercomputers thousands of years to figure out. The impact this could have on science, medicine, and of course, national security, it's just staggering to think about.
So, why all this secrecy? Why build this massive digital fortress? Well, because it's the absolute bedrock of modern power. It's what secures everything from top-secret diplomatic cables to global financial transactions. It provides the incredible amount of power that the future of AI completely depends on. And, this is a big one, it gives the militaries its own secure, lightning-fast communication network. That alone creates a huge strategic advantage.
But here's the thing. A digital nervous system that powerful is also incredibly power-hungry. So, to feed this beast, a second set of quiet giants is being built right alongside it, a whole new generation of energy super projects. And the sheer size of these things is hard to wrap your head around. We're talking about solar farms that are so massive you can see them from space, covering areas the size of small cities. But maybe just as important are the enormous battery farms being built next to them, designed to just soak up all that energy and release it exactly when we need it. So if you look at this, you can see it's a very deliberate strategy. Solar is obviously the big piece of the pie. But the real game changer here is that huge investment in battery storage. That's what solves the whole what if the sun isn't shining problem for renewables. And, don't sleep on that smaller slice for nuclear innovation. It's a quiet bet for sure, but it's a critical one on the next generation of clean, super stable power.
And the why behind all of this is crystal clear: energy independence. The entire strategy is about building a domestic energy system that can handle global shocks and secure a much more stable foundation for the country's future. It's that simple. All right, so we've got the digital brains and the energy muscle in place. Now we've got to talk about the skeleton and the arteries, the physical corridors of power. This is all about totally modernizing how goods move around the globe and, at the same time, sharpening the tools of military might. I mean, this is a complete overhaul of the nation's logistics. We're tearing out the old system of clogged-up ports and slow-moving trains and replacing it with something hyper-efficient. We're talking about fully automated ports where robots do the work, new high-speed freight corridors, and massive distribution hubs placed in strategic spots to match the speed of the modern global economy.
And happening at the exact same time is a massive military upgrade that people rarely talk about. Now, it's not technically secret, but the scale is just astounding. We're talking about huge new training ranges to get ready for modern warfare, secure corridors to test things like game-changing hypersonic weapons, and hardened command networks to protect our satellites up in space. And, when you put the economic and military pieces together, the dual purpose of this whole strategy becomes really obvious. These modern corridors are designed to ensure dominance in global trade, while also making it way faster and easier to project military power anywhere on the planet. So we've looked at the digital layer, the energy layer, and the physical layer. Now, let's put all the pieces of the puzzle together and see the grand strategy that connects all these quiet giants. The whole strategy really unfolds in four pretty logical, interconnected steps. First, you build that invisible digital backbone. That's your command and control. Then, you secure the energy you need to power it. Next, you modernize the physical arteries to control trade and logistics. And finally, you upgrade your military assets to protect the entire system. See how each layer just builds on the last? And that quote really gets to the heart of it all, doesn't it? These projects are completely transformative, but their true purpose and their mind-boggling scale remain almost entirely hidden from our day-to-day lives. Which, of course, leaves us with one final and really crucial question. When a country builds a new nervous system, a new power grid, and new arteries of influence all at the same time, what exactly is it getting ready for?